What's up with it? Hey guys, this is Megan Jeanette. You can call me Meg.
It's your boy Greg. What's happening?
I have a confession to make. I grew up eating chitlins.
I don't even want to say one. You weird, dog. I got a confession, man. I don't eat spaghetti. Fight me. I think it's weird.
And welcome back to Get It Together.
The producers are looking at me like, what's wrong with me?
If this is your very first time joining us, welcome. We're the show that explores what it means to grow and work together in your relationships, finances, faith, and fun. So, hello.
What's happening?
Today's a very special day because we'll start with a little story.
Okay.
You know I love stories. But, so we got married a year ago, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we got married a year ago.
And
wow.
in that wedding that I was planning, I literally was searching high and low for the umbrellas that you use to do the second line band. Second line. The second line. It's the second line. Yeah, for whenever like New Orleans, all that stuff.
I about to say, I thought you would know, and you would know better than me. You looking
Well,
at me.
yes, yeah. But so I literally was stumbling like on Instagram randomly one day, and this is just the amazing works of social media, how it just connects you with like amazing people. And I saw this picture of this like beautiful bride, and like she has her little umbrella, then her husband's there with him, he has their umbrella, and I'm like, those are the umbrellas I've been looking for. Really and so then I literally said, okay, so either I can be weird and not message her, but knowing that like I want to message her, and I feel like if I just take my shot, see if she'll answer, and just tell me like where did you get those umbrellas, because I need those exact ones, because nobody else was selling those. So I did. I DM'd her, slid in her DMs.
I was about to say, you sound like a dude trying to slide into like a
I'm gonna shoot my
a bad
shot.
female DM.
You know that.
Man,
We
I
met
was
on
scared.
Tinder. We met on Tinder. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
You right.
Thank you.
You
Put
right.
some respect in my name.
I was the prize.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were the prize king.
I was the prize.
Anyway, but yes, and so I did, and ended up like, yeah, she told me everything. We got the umbrellas, and she lived in Atlanta, and so we moved here. I said, oh my gosh, we have to become best friends. So today we have Asja and Ray Davis.
Hey.
Yes. So they're literally our first friends that we've had here since we moved to Atlanta.
Yes, they are.
Our first couple
Yeah,
like,
they
married
are.
friends too. Yeah.
Here's the crazy part about it. Like, I gotta tell my part of the story, because when she was like, "Babe, I met this amazing person through Instagram," I was like, "Stop meeting people through Instagram, man."
I make all my
What's
friends
wrong
through
with you?
Instagram.
They're gonna bring you through an alley. They're gonna hurt you. Something's gonna happen.
Like,
that I met him, and I met him. I was like, "Okay, I get it."
Like, she's harmless. Yeah, look at her.
And the crazy part about it is when we met them, they act like they like knew each other for years, so they was just hugging and talking. I like walked to her like, "What's good? What's good?"
Yes, but yeah. So Asja and Ray, introduce yourselves. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, and give us a rundown.
Yes.
You can go first. No, you go first. Okay, well, my name is Asja, and I am a stay-at-home mom. We have 2 babies, and I'm also like the vice president of our nonprofit. Yay!
Yeah, my name is Rapheal, Ray for short. From Indiana, from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've been in Atlanta for a few years, so but yeah, it's been going fun.
Yes.
He's so modest, man.
I know.
And actually, he's been in Atlanta for like almost 7 years, so a few is like, it's more than a few.
Yes.
It's 6 years. It'll be 7 in December.
Oh,
Yes, it will. Oh, you're right. It'll be 6 in December.
it'll be 6.
But that's more than a few. Like
yeah,
a
I
few
never
sounds
thought
like
of
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you guys been in Atlanta? How many months?
10 months?
It's been
10
10
months now?
Yeah. So yeah, it hasn't been like that long.
No,
Yeah,
it's
just
not.
10 months. But yes. Oh, Ray, I'm sorry. I gotta do this. Okay, you're not just
Look, I was about to say, don't make me pull your highlights up on
So
YouTube. He over here
literally.
being like, yeah,
All
I
right.
don't do
So
much. I
Ray,
just be chilling.
you used to play. So you're retired. I don't know if he calls retired basketball player for
I
like.
don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but
Are you retired?
Just stop
You
playing.
okay? You played college basketball for Purdue. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then
I
okay.
played in China for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Dope.
that long though, but yeah.
How long were you in China?
Oh, not that long, like a couple months.
Okay.
I ruptured a disc in my back.
Oh.
You know how everybody always like Yeah, I used to hoop, and then I
Yeah.
got hurt, so I stopped hooping. But you never really believe it. That was
You
like
wanna
my
say
story.
that?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I just never say that part because I never believe you. People will always be like, "Yeah, I went overseas, but I got hurt and I stopped." You be like, "Nah."
And then it happened to you.
Yeah, it actually did happen. Yeah, I got hurt and I moved to Atlanta.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
dope.
Everybody's answer when adversity hits, go to Atlanta.
People
Yeah.
used to say that to me when I'd be like, "Oh, my boyfriend played basketball in China, then he got hurt." They say, "Oh, that's what everybody says."
Yeah,
Your boyfriend
so-
didn't really
You're like,
play."
no, it really happened.
I know. I was like, "No, I'm serious."
And I'm from Indiana, so like explaining to somebody down here what Purdue is, it's kind of like, I don't really want to. Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, I played at Purdue. It was fun. And then after Atlanta, I moved here. After China, I moved here. Then I met Asja.
Yes.
His life changed.
How did y'all meet?
Social media.
Which one?
No, really.
I see why her and Megan are friends. No. Tell me.
I know.
Tell them more.
No, but I wrote a message and I asked her to go to breakfast, I think.
Okay.
Wait, but which social media network?
I don't remember.
Was
You know-
it?
You know what it is.
Was it Tinder?
It starts
Was it
with a T and
Instagram?
ends with an R, and it has an ender.
Tinder.
Tinder.
Yeah. Okay. We met on Tinder too. Okay. Wow. So both of us, like, we all met on Tinder. Well, we didn't meet each other on Tinder, but you get what I'm saying. That's crazy.
I met a chick in college on Tinder before. It was trash. Like it was.
Your Tinder is trash.
Okay. So then, what made you try again? Like, what got y'all? So, what got you on Tinder?
Oh, I just moved to Atlanta. I was bored out of my mind.
Okay.
I was
See,
like,
so let's go
I
see the
don't-
fish in the
yeah, if
sea.
I'm to be honest, I don't really leave the house much, and it was like I was bored and
Yeah.
worked out. She didn't seem crazy. She had a good bio.
Okay.
Bio was lit.
And then why did you get on Tinder, Asja?
To find me, obviously.
Cause you the prize, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
Cause you the
goodness.
prize.
Oh my.
It was all lefts and one right. With that, yeah. See,
I was actually scrolling in my college classes, bored, like swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left.
She'll hear
And
me
then
in my
I
little.
saw him, and I was like, "Wow!" Like my first thought was like a black guy named Raphael.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's
But that's not his
fancy.
name though. But that's what I thought. So he asked me to
she
breakfast.
thought I was like black Hispanic, like Afro Latino.
No, you know
Because of my
that's
name,
crazy.
she had it wrong. She asked me to speak Spanish when we first met. I was blown away.
Wasn't that one of the questions on our day? Because I was like, "Do you have like Hispanic in your family?"
Yeah.
You're like, "No." Why would you ask me? I was like, "Cause of your last name. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I think Francisco. It's just
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
But most Hispanic people, the Francisco's their first name, which is always like that's telltale.
continue.
But I've also never met a black person with the last name Francisco.
Well, I know a lot of them. So
Your family.
Hey, your family. I hope you know them.
yeah, it's definitely. But yeah, okay. So yeah, y'all met on Tinder. So then, what was the thing that kind of like got y'all together? What was the meet cute? Do you know what that is?
No idea.
It's like
It's- Well, you explain. I was about to say I probably was
Okay.
gonna explain it in a janky way.
I just learned this because like in the actor world, they talk about the meet cute. So you know the movie where like, oh, the girl's like fumbling to get out of bed and she like is rushing to the store. Then you see the guy like he is like a businessman. He's like gonna go to the store and they meet in the aisle. So that was the meet cute and now they fall in love. So does that make sense? Why is everyone looking at my
I
freaking
get what you're
wait,
saying.
well,
Because we met online and not in
So
real
we didn't-
life.
Okay,
So
well then,
the-
What was
so
on
what?
actually
Okay,
face
when
to
they're
face? Yeah.
the next day.
Yeah.
He asked me
Dang,
to.
y'all
he-
work fast. I'm sorry. The next day, okay.
He asked me to go to breakfast.
slow.
Yeah, I asked her to breakfast.
And
Because I had
like,
a theory. You gotta go to breakfast. Because it's the first thing in the morning. Ain't nobody doing all that to their face in the morning. You gotta really see if somebody cute.
Oh.
Dang, them
That's
days said,
smart.
I got this all figured out. Let me write
What
this down.
time?
It was early too. It was like 8.
Oh, okay.
because he had a job, so he has to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a pharmaceutical sales rep in my past life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh.
So when I saw him, when I got out of the car, I was like, I wonder if that's him. I was like, no, that's not him. And then it was, and I said, wow, like I've never been on a date with somebody in a suit and somebody who has glasses. I said, oh my goodness.
Whole different person. Whole different
This
person.
sound like the 90s.
That's so cute.
It's
I
like
love
living
that.
single.
Oh my gosh.
I
Georgia.
I was on my way to Jasper, Georgia. I remember.
I had on a
Don't-
t-shirt,
yeah,
leggings, and Uggs.
Wouldn't go if I was you.
Yes, t-shirt,
yeah,
leggings, and Uggs was like the, the basic outfit that everyone wore in
She's
college.
like, man, this, he gonna have on the same stuff I got on. It's all good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you were working as a pharmaceutical sales rep, and then you were still in college during that time.
Okay.
All right. So then let's like fast forward, because now you guys two are like married with kids. So through that time, like what's been, I guess, the biggest changes that y'all feel like you've experienced from like that first time, like just dating, meeting, and just getting to know each other, and now like here you are, parents of two.
Well, I think like from that time, like there was a lot of like growing and like growing into adults, because like a lot changed. Like I graduated, I got a full-time job, another full-time job, and then it's like after 2 years of growing is then when he proposed, and then we had a baby, and then it's like fast forward 3 years, and then here we are now.
Yeah.
So it's just been so much time of like, I think, growing since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 27. I had to think about it for a sec.
Okay. Girl, me too. I'd be like, I'm 29. How? What did that happen?
Yeah.
Where? And then how old are you? How old are you, Ray?
Get it out. What'd you say?
How old are you? Sorry.
I'm 29. Yeah, I'm 29.
Okay, got it. So you're 29 too. Okay, so I mean that makes sense.
But
So like
the kids have changed.
So when we met, I was 21, you were 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
so the kids have changed.
No, I'm saying having 2 kids in the house when you just used to be 2 of you in the house, that changes things.
Okay.
But not really. But I guess it was to say you asked the biggest change. Would you ask?
I guess
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Like
answer
what's
your
been
question.
like the
I would say the kids is the biggest change
okay.
Okay.
Got it.
because it's a lot.
Yeah, having kids is a lot.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, man. It's kind of like not much. I don't know. Maybe I'm oblivious, but
But it's like when it's just the two of you, it's just the two of you. Everything different than just the two of you. You can do whatever you want. You can nap whenever you want, whatever. But then once you have that first kid, it's like, whoa, it's not just the two of you. It's like you actually have to be adults. You actually have real responsibilities. You have to like just, like you have to be an adult when you have a kid. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, bam, when you have that second kid, it's like, well, now you really have to be an adult. You really have to do this. You really have to do that. And it's just, you can't just do the stuff that you would want to do that you could do when it was just like the two of you.
Yeah.
So it definitely like changes the dynamic, but.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
So I guess like through that, what were the things that you found that like help y'all to like stay together, like stay close and be sure that you're still like spending time with each other? And because I mean, like I'm hearing like we have to do all these things for the kids, but what are y'all doing for like you guys?
I had an answer, but I got jobs. And then I don't know what
I'm
like,
dead.
what level this podcast
I'm dead
is.
because I'm sitting up
Because
here
like,
like,
you want to be honest. There's like a few answers I would say, boom, boom. And then like, some other stuff, but.
no, give me the best answer you got.
I'm scared. I don't know.
Dog.
What are you about to say?
I honestly, they
Good.
know what he was gonna say,
No,
but
man.
we don't know.
Yeah, you could, I guess you could figure it out if you thought about it. But I mean, I think that keeps everybody sane in relationships. You know what I mean? I think that helps. And then,
Are we talking about intimacy?
you call it's a great word for intimacy. Let's go intimacy.
Okay.
Let's say intimacy. Intimacy is,
I hope that wouldn't be the reason why you think we stay together.
I would say if you didn't know the person next to you liked you, I don't think you stay with them. I think that's why a lot of people get divorces. I would say a lot of people break up because of money, and a lot of people break up because they just don't like the person next to them no more.
Yeah.
And once you stop liking the person next to you, it's kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So, and two, no matter how much money you got, if you don't like the person next to you, like, it just ain't gonna work out.
That's true.
So, like, once you, like, start touching somebody's leg, and they start being like, ugh, get off me type stuff, like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, once that goes, for me, I feel like once that goes, I feel like everything goes. It just starts to, like, slowly go away. And then, like, your kids start to see it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I would say, because me being little things, so say I poke her butt. Like I poke it. My 3-year-old, she will come poke it too. You know what I mean? So it's like, and she understands like that is daddy's way of showing mommy to have fun. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Oh, I love that. That was really good.
But I think like
so
what keeps it together, what keeps a relationship together after all that is like, I think you like really have to be like friends. And cause I think if you're not friends with like your partner, it's kind of like you guys just sit there. Like you have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You have nothing to laugh about. Like it just doesn't work. And also, I feel like no matter like how bad of a fight you get in or what goes on, like you can never talk about breaking up. Like we've never ever spoken about breaking up or getting a divorce, and we've had thousands of fights. Like you know, you can't like speak those words in a relationship.
I don't know about thousands.
Well, no, not like that. I mean, but that's
maybe like thousands. I didn't really consider them. They just went right over here. Oh, you was fighting. I was like.
What she was arguing about?
Yeah, she's fighting herself.
Oh my gosh. But no,
That's a great point. I think the friendship, I think that's a great point. I think because, see, that's the thing too. Because some days you're not going to want to be intimate. Like, and two, like.
What day is that for you?
Some days, no, some days you live with somebody 365 days. It's going to be like 20 days. They just. Like that Monica song is one of those days. You just don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? So like in them days, it's good to be homies because you could just be my homie right now. Like I don't have to like do all of that. So it's like I think that's where I would say our relationship was extremely. Let me say, I'll say. It was extremely like
take your time, King.
Talkative. Like you could just chop it up.
Yeah.
Like you could just ain't no like pressure to be all like spend no game. Like you just be friends. Like I think like that part of it helps too. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't kick it, like sometimes you just want to go out somewhere and just laugh at other people.
Yes.
Yeah, take shots or something. So I think sometimes
because we're not even like the most affectionate people, but like we will sit there. Like he loves all my drama, like all my shows. Like, but we will sit there and talk about like all the tea for like hours and hours. But we may not like be like touchy feely, but like you know what I mean. Like
yes, you're just kicking it because you're friends.
How do you do that, bro? Because I can't sit and watch Married at First Sight. I just can't do it.
I love it.
She's like, babe, this is what happened. I'll be like, all right.
I can tell you how, but then again, I don't know what level this podcast is.
So,
no, oh my God.
So I do have a question because of for two people that don't have kids yet. I see y'all social media. I see y'all stories. Y'all be having fun. And I always, and she always catches your moments with the kids. It's always like, that's the type of like relationship that I want. And I love my dad. My dad was a great person. He was never a mean person. But he wasn't the just most affectionate father.
Right, yeah.
Like, hey, let's go have fun like this now. He was just more like, I'm going to just teach you a life lesson.
Facts, yeah.
So how does it feel, having kids? Do you have that friend aspect? Do you have that aspect of like, I'm always going to be here as parents? Like, what is that moment of like, what am I looking for?
You're saying
like, how does it feel to have a relationship with your kids? Even though, they're at a young age and stuff.
I mean, it feels really good. Like, it's honestly an indescribable feeling, but it's like when you have kids, like those are like people that will be with you forever, and you may not like them all the time, but it's like a...
No, you're being real.
The way that was funny as hell, but that was real as hell. I was like, I get
let
that.
her finish.
No, I'm serious. Yeah. I may like my kids some days for only 12 hours out of that day. But it's like you love them. It's like, I don't know. It's just like a feeling like they can't exit your heart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. That was beautiful.
That's dope. No, I agree. For me, it's it's like you get to raise little people. Like the I think it was like a Facebook video or something like that. It's like I made people. I'm their leader. So like that type of stuff, like teaching my kids how to like box in the kitchen, like little stuff like that. Like my 3-year-old, she loves hoop, like she loves basketball. So
of course,
you get to do like little stuff like that. But then also,
now that you have a son, like how do you think that's gonna be?
I Yeah, that'd be cool. And then like taking my son to my neighborhood would be lit. Like when he gets a little older to go play ball, especially because what I do like with kids and like with basketball, looking forward to them going through that and being with other kids. But then my 3-year-old talking in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like doing stuff that I guess we didn't do as I don't know. Well, y'all, I don't know. Y'all
Yeah, like
kids,
things that
like,
you wish you would have.
Like we didn't go to a fully immersion Spanish school at 2 years old. Like she's talking. She tells us to talk in Spanish to her.
Yeah, I love that. No, seriously, that's so good. 'Cause, I mean, that's sort of like my dream. Like once the time comes to have kids, and not already yet, but it's just like to really like put them in situations where they can like literally like learn how to speak Spanish and learn how to speak different languages and stuff. Because I mean, if we're thinking about like America, we're pretty behind compared to other places because their kids are already speaking 3 languages and they're already like 4. So
that's crazy.
I really do love that, and I love what y'all were talking about how important it is to just like be friends first and be homies. Because like you said, like I don't like every time I don't always feel like I don't know, doing the bones. What is that called?
We want sponsors, so I ain't gonna say the word I really want to say.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
The beast with 7 backs.
Yes, that's
the what?
term.
The what?
The beast with 7 backs.
I don't know where that term came from, but
we're gonna cut your face out of the camera.
Really
what does that mean?
But yeah,
it's an old church.
Intimate.
It's an old church.
That's
my grandma used to say it.
Yes.
Just don't say it to nobody. They're gonna look at you.
Yeah, don't. But seriously though, because like lots of times you're not like in the mood for that, but the fact that I know that if I need somebody there, or like whenever, like especially when things hit the fan, like if you're like friends with the person, like they're gonna have your back. Like that you guys are gonna be able to overcome anything, and just being able to just, hey, let's go out, let's just chill and just be friends, like act like we're like homies. We'll be homies. Like you really are my homie. Like I tell you everything. Everyone knows that whenever there is any kind of issue, they tell me, I'm gonna tell you, and we can like talk about it. But I know that like this is a vault that we've created, and we have that secure friendship. And I think that whenever things get hard in the marriage, just like that's what we can lean on, because I'm not gonna leave you because you're my best friend, and we work together in that way. And that's why like I want to stay beyond us just being like, okay, this is my husband, and like I'm your wife, kind of thing.
Dope.
So
no, that's dope. And I think it from there, I think it trickles down to your children. Like my daughter tells me I'm her best friend all the time, and like so like stuff like that. Like
our daughter thinks that everybody lives in a house with her mommy and daddy.
Yeah, so like.
So it's like, do you really want to, make a decision where your kid is not going to be like mommy and daddy? Like, you don't want that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, and too, like your kids, I raise my kids different. Like them my homies too.
Yeah.
Like we kick it.
I love that,
Yeah,
man.
like we I'm not like the most. Well, yeah, I'm not like the most authoritative. I don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, you seem pretty chill in general.
If I need to.
But don't you guys remember months ago he was complaining to you guys about how I was too chill and how I didn't discipline?
Yeah.
Well, somebody got to do it. I mean, somebody got to do it. And for me, I feel like your kids will talk to you like as much as you show them it's okay to talk to you. So like, my daughter come home one day. She told me a kid was messing with her. I told her to tell the teacher. Next time she come home, I asked her if she told the teacher. She told the teacher. So it's like they'll talk to you and they'll listen to you. And then she came home and she felt comfortable to talk about a little boy.
Carter.
A little boy named Carter touched her hand, and she told the teacher not to have him touch her hand. So like,
and said that you were gonna go.
Yeah, I'm talking to his daddy.
Tomorrow they have dads and kids pumpkin cutting, and Ava thinks that he is going to talk to Carter's dad about touching her hand. No, so like, we are not setting drama in the 3-year-old class.
But she also feels it's the point that she feels one, comfortable enough to tell me, and then she feels protected enough to know it's going to get handled if something does come to the point. So as long as she can be that, I think it's important for especially little girls.
Yep, to be secure.
Early to feel that way, especially when you live in the area like we live in. Like we live in like it's probably like 3% black.
No, that's
in the
that's
suburb
real.
of the country. So it's like for her to feel like even out here, like she don't know much yet, but the biggest thing is to be who you are wherever you walk, and like whatever room you walk in as yourself and feel good about it. So
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Like and I definitely identify with that because that's like how that relationship I had with my dad sounds very similar to like what you're talking about your daughter. Like I knew. Because, I mean, I grew up in an area where I was, like, always the only black person in my class, like, my whole life growing up. It was very suburban Dallas. And I knew that things were happening. Like, I had my dad, and he was going to be there. Now, he wasn't going to be, like, walking up with, I think, out of church, like, blowing I don't know, just acting crazy. But if something really came down to where I needed him to be there, I knew that I'll just tell my dad, and he'll handle it.
Right.
She can walk past.
So
I
yeah,
tell like that, he
it's
will
good.
blow this stuff. Blow this fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. You tell Carl you need the set to come through. We gonna call you. Hey! You going over there?
But no, it's cool, and like having kids and all of that, and like I think it all flows together if it's cultivated and grown in the right way.
Definitely.
But I think it all happens natural.
Yeah. And so, earlier you guys also
you want kids right now.
He's very much so ready to have
too,
kids.
I see. So you really don't have to be ready because our first one, she didn't really. I mean, she didn't really. You wasn't ready.
I mean,
I don't think anyone's... If you wait for all your ducks to be straight to cross the street, you're never going to cross the street.
But that's not saying like if it happens, then it happens.
But are you proactively trying to stop it from happening?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no. Like, okay, we're gonna have
I'm just sitting over here in the green room, man.
I know, this is gonna have to be an off-camera conversation at that
I'm
point.
6 man. That just put me in the game, coach. I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, yes. I understand. We'll dive deep into the kid talk sometime soon.
Oh my God.
But I understand, because we don't have the time. Like, I understand that you won't always be, like, all the way ready.
Right.
But I just, like I said, my life, I literally have spent 8 years in school where I didn't have, like, the chance to just do what I wanted to do and, like, travel and stuff and, like, actually live life. I really, like, just got a residency, like, a year ago. So this is just, I just need my 2 years.
I feel that.
And then I can just
it's a long
let it go.
time in school.
Yeah, because we used to travel all the time.
Yeah.
Like we were like literally traveling like once or twice a month. And now that we have kids, like usually Ray like will go places and I'm like at home with the kids. So if you want to travel, do not have those kids.
Yeah, I would say that helps relationships too. I would say
thanks, Asja.
If you don't travel with somebody, I don't think you really know that person if y'all never went nowhere. Because you can go kick it with somebody for a weekend and like, you know, if you're in the city, you'll go stay the night or something.
Yeah.
But when you're in a hotel room and if it starts raining outside and y'all can't go do nothing, you gotta understand if you like that person.
Yeah, exactly. This is literally us in Costa Rica.
You know what I'm saying? You go somewhere with somebody and you mess around, like you don't like how they treat the server, or you don't like how they pack their clothes, or it could be any little thing.
No, he used to not like how I packed my clothes, and he packed my whole suitcase for me, like when I would go places. But that was when we were boyfriend and girlfriend, you know. He doesn't pack my suitcase.
You gotta come on.
Now he's like, can you pack my bag?
Yes, but okay, so I do want to talk about y'all's foundation. You said you're the president, the vice president, yes. And so you have the C.R.E.W Life Foundation.
Yes.
Correct.
And before you say it, do not sit up here and be modest.
I know,
he over
because
here
it's taking the longest time.
It was
They want you to say you work for Big Ten Network.
Oh, I didn't.
No, just don't.
We asked you to introduce yourself. Okay,
I
know, but like.
Okay, well,
we'll
redo it. It's too late now, but my bad. I didn't even think about that. But,
yeah, you forgot that you're on TV all the time.
Yeah.
This is so natural for him. Like he's not even.
This is my time to not have to be in front of the cameras. Like, you know.
No, my bad. So I will go. It may take a couple minutes, but. It's a lot. So I mean, for me, how we are able to take care of our family and I guess do the things we do with our kids is that I work for Purdue. I went to Purdue and I work for Purdue now. I work within the development, whatever. The School of Pharmacy. I'm a development director in the School of Pharmacy. Director of Development. There you go. In the School of Pharmacy. Then I work for a hospital back in my hometown, and I do community outreach, and that's kind of goes along with our foundation. And I don't want to say she's the vice president. I call her the CEO.
Yeah,
Hey.
of course. CEO.
Then I work for Big Ten Network, which means I call basketball games. I would do studio shows for college basketball. So it's
He's a sports analyst.
Sports analyst, and so that's cool. Be on TV. My back home, my buddies and my friends and the kids can see my TV. My daughter gets to see Daddy on TV.
I love the videos that you post when she
gets excited.
Daddy's on TV. Like when the football games are on and they have the football analyst, Ava's like, "Where's Daddy?"
I love that.
Man,
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, this has been my second season doing that. We actually started back last week. We had our first 2 days or whatever. And then we'll start.
Yeah, I
back
saw you
in
on
November.
there.
Yeah. That's cool. It's that's something where you just never know what you'll end up doing. You always think you're gonna play ball, and then now you get to talk about it. It's actually a job that I really don't even be thinking it's real for real. You don't really.
I feel that.
Because you're doing what you love to do, right?
And you're just chilling. It's really just
A whole bunch of guys
this
chilling.
and it's game on,
Yeah.
and we just talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
No, that's awesome.
You may have to just look at the camera a few times like this.
And you have to have a suit
Yeah.
on.
Yes. Yeah.
But other than that, we started before all of that. So before those, when I left pharmaceutical sales, we started a nonprofit foundation. It's called C.R.E.W Life, Inc. And long story short, it's a youth development foundation, kind of whether it be mental health, providing services of things. We do a lot of youth events. A lot of it is focused around basketball. We had, what's this year, 2022? So I say 2021, because this year not over. 2021, we had, I think, 450 kids go through our program through free basketball camps, free leagues, free AAU programs, free, just giving experience.
College trips.
Oh, yeah, free college trips, taking them to campuses, tours or whatever. Just 3 weeks ago, about a month ago, actually, we took 10 kids from my neighborhood up to Purdue for the weekend for a Friday. They hung out with a couple of basketball players, went to dinner.
They got
Saturday.
to play on Purdue's court.
Yeah, they got to go play at Purdue's.
That's cool.
Saturday, they got to they got to scrimmage or whatever. The Saturday, they got to go to basketball practice. My coach is still there, so it works. So he came up, talked to him a little bit or whatever. And these are all 6th, 7th graders. Then they got to watch practice, meet the guys after practice, do a tour of the building, locker room, training room, weight room, all that. After that, we went tailgating because I have a big theory that you could tell a kid, you could tell a little homie, get good grades, you're going to go to college. He could be the first person in his family that even could go to college, but you tell him to go to college, go to college. If that kid never sees what a college looks like, especially on a Saturday before a football game, and they see what that looks like, they don't never know this is it. Not Friday night at the high school game, but Saturday, that's the lit. So you could sacrifice more if you know what's coming. And a lot of kids, where I'm from, even me when I was a kid, we look at the next day, not the next 2 years. Yeah. Because a lot of people around you, I remember my guy Chicago. This is a real story. Chicago was there Friday. Monday, Chicago never came out to school. So you see that, whether it's Chicago, Shane, whether it's Rob, it's just you can go down the list, Jay, Tarion, Curtis. It's just a lot of people that you see, whether if it's jail or dead, that because they couldn't look further than what was going on. Yeah. So I don't know how I got to that, but we do that with the college trips and all of that. So
was real,
it's we do a lot of different brain development things, whether it be mental health kind of talks. We have kids, we have a kid that he lived in Fort Wayne the last few years, been my hometown. His mom and they moved to Atlanta. Just so happened I live in Atlanta. So now we're able to take care of him a little bit, get him back to home and see other kids. So we do that. We take, as far as kids that could be really good but need help as far as training or whatnot, we partner. That's where the hospital connection comes in. I work for the hospital, so I was able to work a relationship where all my kids can go train for free and do all that
super,
stuff.
Super nice facility.
It's like a brand,
it's a really nice
like a brand new facility.
Like something that those kids like wouldn't even have access to.
No. Yeah, it's like something. Yeah, it's just been real cool. We do a summer league that hosts 150 kids every summer. It's 4 weeks, 3 days a week. We do it with a guy that played in the NBA from my neighborhood. Well, got drafted to the NBA from my neighborhood. It's right there in the worst part of town at the worst time of the day, and we never had any issues. That's been a lot of fun, and all of our stuff is like self-funded and like through fundraisers. So we out here trying to get away too much, but it's been that's been the best of what we've done. I would say the foundation has been real cool. We're doing like a turkey, like a Thanksgiving giveaway, like for families that like can't like a good dinner. So we're gonna give away dinners, and like it's just a lot of things that we could do to take care of the community. Like we have a camp, say it's 100 kids. Their kids that come for free, but then we'll go to the restaurant in the neighborhood and have them feed the kids. So it's like a thing where they would have the dads in the neighborhood work the camp along with some of my former teammates. So that's been real cool. It's been a big we had a fundraiser. I'm talking a lot, but we had a fundraiser.
You're good.
The former governor.
Timer says 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
The former governor came. But to have the former governor come, the former governor of Indiana came to one of our fundraisers. He's now the president of Purdue University. That was real cool to have the kids meet him. A couple of the kids meet him, man. It's just been a cool ride.
Yeah. No, I that is truly like amazing, because it sounds like you guys literally built a holistic approach to raise our next young leaders that are in your community.
It's important, because I always say, like I met with a few council people Monday, and I told them, like, they be act like they don't know what's going on, but I told them, I said, we could act like we could get, like, if y'all want to do this with that basketball is cool, we could teach the kids how to play basketball. Like, I got a couple kids that probably could, if they really worked at it. I got 2, maybe 3 that could make it, like, really make it. But we probably got like 200 kids. So it's like, you can focus on those 3 and give them all the resources we can, and I bet we can at least get them high major Division I. But what if we could get them there, but we could also take 40 of these other kids and teach them how to make 6 figures?
Yeah.
And then you get those 40 kids to come back and teach 40 more kids how to make 6 figures. And then they teach 60 kids how to make 6 figures. And then that way you're not asking the city to come change your neighborhood. That way you taking care of your own whatever, your block, your high school. We just sponsor my high school's athletic program. So it's like little things like that. If you get like 10 of us to do that, now we can get the $1 million facility on our side of town compared to the school on the north side of town just got like a $5 million facility. So it's like, that's why this football team hasn't won in a couple of years, and that football team been undefeated in the last like 5 years. So I could go on and on about stuff like that.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, seriously. And then what has been your experience really like being a part of all of that, and just being the CEO of everything that he just talked about?
So my experience has like been a little different, because I'm like kind of like watching on the outside in, because at first, like when he like wasn't working for his corporate job anymore, and we're like, okay, like this is scary, like now we have to figure this out. Like when he was like, we should start a nonprofit, I never even imagined that it could be like what it is today. So like even like the first few months of like starting it, like people weren't really paying us any attention, like trying to give us like any mind. So like we were probably thinking like, okay, like this isn't gonna work out, like it's not gonna be what we want. And then like all of a sudden, bam, it's like 2 years later, it's like so big, like, well, not everybody, but like a lot of people in Indiana know about it. Like a lot of people are donating. It's like we've gotten like so much support, and it's just crazy to see like something that we just randomly talked about one day in our kitchen like become this big.
Because for me, like her being able to do like I think that's where partnerships comes from too. Like her being able to do like that side of things, like the background side, it allowed me to go like be with the kids, and, like me, and not have to worry about none of the other stuff. So like the stuff that we've been doing, like it's allowed me, like, you gotta understand, like I spent half my freshman year in my principal's office because I got kicked out of my English class. So check it, right? You hear that? It's a true story. I got.
Is this timer gonna make a noise when it's?
Oh, my bad.
Keep going.
I told. Anyway, I told the teacher something. They kicked me out the class. Right, last week. You forward to last week. 10 years. No, 12 years later. Last Thursday, I was a principal at my high school. The same high school. The very same high school. I spent the whole half of the year in the principal's office. I spent the whole half of the year looking at the principal, doing my work. Thursday, I was the principal for today. So, like, and I dressed how I dress. Like, I didn't necessarily have this on, but I dress. I don't really. I wasn't finna dress up for that.
Okay, this is you.
Yeah,
I've only seen you in this. Besides on TV.
This or the suit.
I like literally.
When I seen a video, she was like,
"We go out. You got this on." Like,
babe, look. I was like,
I love that.
Who is that?
Wait, you guys actually saw him on TV?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, cool.
It was we moved down here like right before basketball season kind of like kicked off like hardcore.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Look who's on TV." I was
So
like,
I was just like, "Oh yeah," because like
I was
Purdue.
like, "Who is that?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
He was like, "That's right." I was like,
We're not big basketball people,
not
but
good
like
dressed,
still.
yeah,
But
nah.
I mean, like I've seen because I knew that you'd be on there, so I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, let me check it
yeah.
out.
No, like he had to go buy every single suit for the season,
Like a week before.
Literally a week before.
Yep.
Even my dad was like, "You have no suits." He's like, "Do you know what those people wear on TV?"
Yeah.
No, and then that's that. Like, so like, I don't know what I was talking about, but I want to talk about that real quick. But
Yeah.
so for that, and okay, I do remember. I'm gonna tie it in. So with that, it's like when I got to be on TV, this whole, I call my basketball program bigger than basketball, because one of my college teammates has an NBA championship ring with the Lakers, with LeBron, Anthony Davis. He's not a player. He's the video coordinator. And as kids, we taught to play basketball.
That's true.
You're not taught to find different jobs in basketball to stay in basketball. So we call it bigger than basketball, so we could tell them, be a video coordinator, be the nutritionist of the team, be the physical therapist.
Yeah,
you could
be
be
the
a
physical
marketer.
therapist.
You know what I mean? So like, you show them different. They love hoop, they love basketball, but maybe they're not gonna make the team varsity when they sophomores or something. It's over. Instead of going to be in the street or going to kick it or getting in some trouble, going to get with some girls or whatever, have this passion. You can still get to the NBA. You can still get everything you want. Because my guy live on the beach, all of that. He's a video coordinator. So it's like, you can still do all that just in a different way. And when my kids, this one I seen to make impact. My kids, I went home and my kids was like, you on TV. They was like, I can do that. They ain't say I can go to the NBA. They said, oh, I want to do that. Or then another one say, oh, I want to be a coach. Or then another one say, boom, boom, boom. So then you got to start to show them different passions, different avenues. And then what we do is too, like one of my buddies, the pharmaceutical rep still, he came to our camp in Atlanta and spoke to the kids. One of the kids goes, he dressed nice, got a Louis, like, crossbody, whatever it's called. And one of the kids was like, I didn't know you could have all that with a real job. So you know what I mean? So like you show kids different things. And before he talked, I say, how many of y'all know what a pharmaceutical salesman is? And this was me when I was 12, 13. I had no idea. And how many of y'all know what a drug dealer is? Everybody in the little group raised their hand. Every single person. So it's like.
You told me you were a drug dealer when I first met you. That was your job. You said you sold drugs.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
See?
He does. He did.
He wasn't
Pharmaceuticals.
right.
It just was up to you. I
There
want to
was
see how
no
you
red
would
flag.
interpret it. See?
Yeah.
So that's my thing though.
Yeah.
If you could sell drugs, you could sell drugs. Like if you
Yeah, you
really
could literally
can
sell
break
drugs.
down if you could break down 100 different strains of marijuana, whatever,
Yeah.
you can break down 10 different diabetes classes if you really took the time and really understood it. You know what I mean? So to me, it's all about how you can do both. And like when I go back and read the principal of my high school, the kids' families, they know me because I'm their ages. So they know me in the sense that my brother know him, like how he the principal.
Yeah.
So it's like it shows them a different light, and it's been real cool. That's probably the Big Ten Network stuff is cool, but
That is
That
where
stuff is
your
probably cool,
passion the
yeah.
biggest impact that you
yeah.
you
'Cause
guys
then
are
you start
making,
to see
so.
like have our conversation with parents about like where they see their kid and what they want for the kid, and then I'm able to. Kids hear it differently when it's from somebody that they can respect that's a little younger. Sometimes it's not their parent. So that part has been cool too.
Yeah.
Raising,
I had a
love
joke about
that.
the drugs part, but I really want us to get sponsored by Target and other big companies. So I was like, hey, Chris.
Yeah, but seriously though, I literally like love the work that y'all are doing, and it really is. And seriously, thank you for like sharing all that, because you literally dropped some gems that I feel like that have always been on my heart when it came up with growing up and just playing sports. Like I knew, like I was 5'3", point guard playing basketball. I wasn't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I said I need to be smart. Like I need to go do something else. So I literally said like I'm gonna be a physical therapist, and then I'll just go to the NBA and be a PT for it. It didn't happen. Yeah. But you know, it's fun.
It could.
But still,
you know, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm a physical therapist. I'm just not in the NBA.
Right, yeah.
But like, yes, but seriously, but like, you gotta change your mind, like how it goes. So with that, we will definitely have to wrap this talk up. Unfortunately, it's been really great having y'all be here. But seriously,
I told you I'm gonna take the next 15 minutes. I took it, see?
No, you're good. But literally, tell everybody like how they can support C.R.E.W Life, like as far as, and even like you can like send us some links to put in the notes as well, because like we want to support what y'all are doing, and like where they can find you. Okay. So
you got your Instagram name.
So our Instagram is C.R.E.W Life Foundation, or you can also go to Rapheal Davis Basketball and go to the donate tab and read all about the foundation. And there's a link at the bottom that you can click and you can donate there.
And you can find Twitter, Rapheal Davis 3. I talk a lot of stuff on Twitter sometimes. So, I mean, yeah, you can find us.
If you want to get mad, go to his Twitter.
Yeah, and I would say C.R.E.W Life, INC, if you want to look it up. Look up, like, the actual, like, Googleables. But, no, it's a great organization. It's a 501(c)(3), so anything you donate could be tax deducted, and everything that's put in towards the C.R.E.W Life, it is used correctly to the C.R.E.W Life.
Yes, dope.
I know how stuff can go.
Perfect. Yay.
It was so nice of y'all to like literally come in and just, you know, talk about the relationship, talk about marriage, talk about kids, talk about your foundation and everything. We're so happy to have y'all. Look at me with my professional voice.
I know, yes. And just to be in your corner and support you guys.
Yes.
So,
thanks,
and
guys.
on that note, thank you guys so much for coming. You can always find me at Megan.Jeanette.
You can always find me at Greg K. Harris Jr.
Oh my gosh, I keep saying my wrong Instagram name. You
Yep,
can always
you
find
did,
me
yep.
at Dr. Megan Harris on Instagram.
Oh, I see you with the last name change.
I
you
did.
go, girl.
Yes. And then you can always find us at Get It Together on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you find your socials, YouTube as well. And until next time, get it together, and we'll see you then. Bye.
All right, now.